So I just want to set the record straight right now and right here. Everyone knows right by now, and I want to send out my condolences and my heartfelt condolences to The Rock and his family for the passing of Rocky Johnson. He meant a lot of different things to a lot of different people, and he definitely is a Hall of Famer, a former World Tag Team Champion, has had classic, entertaining, compelling feuds with Adrian Adonis, Don Morocco, and the list goes on and on and on. And his accomplishments and accolades speak for themselves. Now, I remember watching on the WWE Network, I remember my brother, who is way older than me at 44 years old, talking about Rocky Johnson and, everything that he stood for and the lineage and the history and the bloodline of Rocky Johnson. But the problem is, and the reason why I didn't do a video right quick, the reason why I didn't do a video very fast on the passing of Rocky Johnson is because of this. Every time I come up on YouTube and talk about a wrestler's death, I always get backlash. I always get outrage. I always get hate. I get death threats. Oh, Sean, you're profiting off of a wrestler's death. You didn't even care about them. You didn't even know about them. You didn't know them in real life. Why are you talking about them? Why are you bringing it up? Why are you putting ads in the video? Let me tell you something right now. CNN, ABC, news outlets, media outlets, TMZ, when they talk about a death of a celebrity or a wrestler or an artist in music, do you understand that they're making money? All right? Do you get that? I am honoring the memory and the legacy and the legitimacy of Rocky Johnson and every other wrestler that has died before him. Because when you talk about the Ultimate Warriors, the Macho Mans, the Rick Rudes, the Mr. Perfects, the Rowdy Pipers, when you talk about past wrestlers who have died, China, that I reported on, all I got told was I'm just trying to make money. I'm trying to make a quick dollar. I'm trying to make a quick dime. But yet I get thrown under the bus. I get thrown under the water. You want to drown me in hate. When I've been following wrestling, when I've been watching wrestling ever since I was in diapers, ever since I've been watching wrestling as a small kid, I live vicariously through these people. I watched these wrestlers. I grew up with these wrestlers, watching them on TV, watching them in front of me, watching them in a live show, watching them when on Raw and SmackDown. So every time I report on a wrestler's death, it's, oh, let's hate on Sean. Let's dictate the momentum on Sean. And I'm not trying to make this video about me because the passing of Rocky Johnson is very, very shocking. It's as shocking as when, Randy Macho Man Savage died. It's as shocking and as when Rowdy Piper died or the Ultimate Warrior died. And I did make videos on all those wrestlers. I did. I made videos on all those wrestlers. But it wasn't to make a quick dollar. It wasn't to make a quick dime. It just happens to be part of my job. Just like CNN, just like TMZ, just like ABC, 123, QVC, CVS. They all talk about deaths and tragedies. They talk about things way worse than death. They're talking about wars and conflicts. They're talking about trouble. They're talking about, Trump. They're talking about this, that, and the other. But when I post a video, Sean, let's throw Sean under the bus. Sean's a terrible guy. Sean's a bad guy. Let's not talk about, for real. I'm here to honor the legacy, the legitimacy, and the credibility of one Rocky Johnson, who has had memorable feuds, great matches, and has meant so much to the wrestling world. So for anyone out there that wants to say I'm profiting off this and I shouldn't talk about this, even though I've been watching wrestling since I was in diapers and I never took a break, I never stepped away, I never went away. So if you want to blame anyone about profiting off of people's deaths, what about going to TMZ and CNN and ABC and NBC and all those other news outlets? Go to them. Go to your 24/7 News. Go to Yahoo News. Go to AOL News. Go to all that. Because I'm sick and tired of me coming on here trying to respect the legacy and the legitimacy of wrestlers that I have watched. Wrestlers that I've gone back and knew the history of. Wrestlers that I've watched on the WWE Network. I've been watching wrestling since 1991, 1992. My brother knows a hell of a lot more than I do because, again, my brother can tell me stories of Rocky Johnson, Andre the Giant, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Big John Studd. The list goes on and on and on. So, again, for anyone that wants to come on here and say that I'm ruining the legacy and I'm trying to make a quick dollar and I'm trying to profit off death, again, why don't you go hit up TMZ and ABC and any other news outlet and media outlet? Go send them an email. Go send them hate. Because you know what? What I'm doing is nothing compared to what a lot of other news outlets do. And if you don't believe that, well, then you're dumber than I thought you were because your 3 minutes are up, even though this video is now running on almost 4 minutes, 5 minutes. It doesn't matter what it is. All that does matter is that we lost one hell of a wrestler. Your comments, your opinions. Rest in peace to Rocky Johnson. And again, I send out my condolences and my heartfelt, and I'll say this again, my heartfelt condolences to The Rock and his entire family. A very sad, shocking death has rocked the world of professional wrestling. And of course, also Mean Gene Okerlund is another one that we lost. And now this is the way we start off the year this year. And you know what? It's just going to get worse. And we kind of almost have to, it's almost like we can anticipate it now. Like the Eddie Guerreros and the Benoits and whatnot. But the Benoit thing was a whole other thing. But again, rest in peace to Rocky Johnson. Thank you very much for watching. And again, I'm just as shocked and saddened by this story than anything else. Later.